We're back. This one took even longer than the previous, but here we are, episode 23, Let It Flow School Festival. Hopefully no more surprises. We'll just have a nice little chill episode. I don't know what they're going to do the 2 episodes after this remaining though, but people seem rather excited about them, so something must happen here. How's this going to go? I don't know why it really matters if they know Midoriya fought him or not. I don't know. Just him being there should be enough to call it off, right? Oh, he came back.
Brainwash the innocent girl you see before you.
Oh, he's trying to cover for La Brava.
My actions were someone else. Izuku Midoriya, I'm grateful that you were the one with whom I was.
Don't! I love you too much!
These two have to come back later, right? They have to. This cannot be the only part that they're in. Okay, no alarm. Everything's good.
You can tell us more at the police station.
Result of my failures.
Wow.
It's for your dream.
There's a lot of regret
So
there.
what? Nothing else matters except that?
Midoriya, you don't have time to stand here. The festival is starting.
Bright future.
It was by rope. What's taking so long?
I mean, for real!
I like that thought that he's like, oh, like if I never got powers, maybe that becomes me. Like, just because your psyche gets damaged from your dreams being crushed over and over again. Also, we saw Hagakure in like a cool costume there, but it makes me wonder if they can make Mirio's hero costume be able to go through things like he does. Is there a reason why Hagakure can't have the same thing with her costume? I wonder why that is, because she made a point of saying she was taking all her clothes off like in the, like, I forget if it was like the second, third, or fourth, some episode very close to the beginning of the series. And I just wonder, like, oh, if they can, I wonder what the limits, like what can make a costume work with someone's powers or not. There's the video evidence. Better keep that, Midoriya.
What he cared about most was protecting the person he loved.
One is waiting. Right, thank you.
Hey, made it.
And you plan to perform covered in dirt?
10 minutes till curtains. Pretty nervous.
Don't you worry. He's gonna...
Jiro with the power stance there.
How's this?
See our class fail.
A song and dance performance, huh?
He's so serious.
Even if they don't completely blow it.
Way. Our sound is gonna kill you!
Ooh. Oh, she looks so happy. It's actually pretty cool.
He's like a human funnel.
You gotta wear a costume that covers your whole body when you're invisible for people to be able to see your dance moves. Ida's so awkward.
Here we go.
Sorry.
Did you think we'd be upset? Come on.
That is a lot of pressure. She has 2 musicians
It
as
was hard
parents.
to decide. Helping out.
Just remember this.
She has good
Your
parents.
mom and I became musicians because that's our great love. But this stuff can take a while. You have to pay
Oh, little
attention to how things
Jiro.
make you feel.
Choosing a
Oh. Roppy and Ochako make a good team. I'm glad they're paired up a lot. They're like good friends and good teammates.
Are you seeing this?
Great little bit of symbolism there.
Sir!
Oh, Mirio.
Look at her. She's smiling.
Invisible Girl's like shining. She's all psychedelic. Is that part of her powers too, I guess? That means she can change her clothes. This is like the Lord of the Rings Romeo and Juliet play that they're putting on.
You will return to...
I've heard about your father from your mentor, Gandalf. I bet he
This
told you
is
that
so
man was the
awesome.
king of Gondor. But that is a lie.
That felt a little full, right? I thought it was
I'm glad they showed the little snippet.
Take it seriously.
Cool just as much as you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but he was afraid it
Now
would get
put a
canceled.
smile back on your face and beat it. The fest is on. You better enjoy every minute.
Enjoy yourself, dang it.
No, 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 no. Human speech when he's truly...
That was crazy. At first, when there was a
Oh.
loud noise, it was scary. But then everyone was jumping with the dance, and then there was a flash, and Deku, you went away. So fun.
Mission accomplished.
Light, take this ice.
Oh, sorry. I've got
They didn't just have him melt it all? I guess that might be a problem.
We gotta kill
Oh,
the
Bakugo
time
is melting it in the
Yeah?
sink, though.
Sweet, thanks a lot.
to apologize.
We won.
I wonder if there's some of the
Bakugo.
people Mr. Aizawa said were feeling bummed.
Oh, and finish cleaning up the ice.
Yeah, sure. And that just seems pretty on edge.
Because he was promised to
Hurry
harem.
so I can score good seats. I will not miss the
Beauty pageant.
Oh, that too. I actually forgot about the beauty pageant. Oh, wow.
She stuns with a martial
I like Kendo.
demonstration of skill.
I want to see more of Class 1B.
You can do. I'm almost a.
Good. Heard your plaything went well. Nice going, man.
You too, bro.
Bros.
Another third year. Nejire Hado.
I love how Nejire's classmate is like,
Aw, it's
all about it.
Rebecca and Sue too.
Something else.
she's not one to
Hado
get
looks
nervous.
like a fairy or something.
Oh, she drew a rose.
haunted maze looks crazy. Wanna go?
Oh, it's like an all-day thing.
Yeah, no, I'll pass.
There's an obstacle course.
I think that's the first time we've seen the support course girl like actually in her school uniform. Oh, she won. Her classmate was crying. She was so happy.
Thanks for coming today. I love.
Snipe's still standing outside.
Got a surprise for you.
Candy apple.
Candy apple? From where? It was easier to make than I thought it'd be.
Oh, he bought more than the
only thing
rope.
I couldn't get at the store was food coloring, but
Actually, while we're at it, freeze framed on that smile. Let's talk about Snipe. They've gone into in this show the idea that some powers are somewhat villainous by nature or perceived as villainous by nature. You know, like Shinso's mind control was perceived as a villainous power, and that made it tough for him because he's trying to be a hero and no one really thinks of him as hero material just because his power like seems like it could be used for such evil purposes. But look at Snipe. Snipe's face is always covered, which is like a sign of like villainy or like you know, it's not a do-gooder's move to cover your whole face. You know, like the good guys will have a domino mask, bad guys cover their whole face, right? But also his power is like pretty lethal. Like, I mean, he controls the, as far as I can tell, he controls the trajectory of his bullets. So like, I mean, your power is basically gun. Like, it doesn't seem like that heroic of a power, right? So I can imagine that he also had problems before he was a pro hero, like with people thinking, oh, like your power lets you control bullets. That's kind of like criminal slanted, right?
Thing ever.
They got her candy apple.
Make them again.
Any way that I can.
You know, it's fairly easy to test whether an... Hey, you want some tea? Earl Grey, please.
You'll get whatever we have.
Here's the preview. The Japanese hero billboard chart.
Okay, so kind of a weird choice to have that be. Usually after credit scenes are kind of foreshadowing the next episode or like a new plot point, but that seems to be like putting a pin in those two. So it's kind of weird that it was after the credits. I feel really bad for Gentle, and I feel probably even worse for La Brava. I really don't want that to be the end of their story. I hope something else happens with them. But we'll see. I don't know if Gentle's ploy is going to work out. Like, the cops kind of aren't buying the brainwashing thing. So I don't know. And she's like not trying to back up the brainwashing thing either, you know what I mean? So cuz she doesn't really want to let Gentle take the fall, and really she doesn't have anything else to do with her life anyways. Is how kind of how I feel about her. Like, also her age is kind of very ambiguous right now. So she stopped basically caring about life in middle school. How long was she like that before she met Gentle? Like, is she like 14 or 15 now, or is she like, or has it been many years, you know? Also, how old is Gentle? Cuz when he was not out of school for that long, he already looked somewhat older than he probably should have. I feel like he's aged faster than you would expect. Like, I definitely don't think he's as old as we're led to believe he is at first. Like, you know, you're supposed to think he's a distinguished older gentleman thief, but I would guess his real age at like 30, 35. So I like to know that because La Brava's age is pretty relevant to what she could still do with her life, or what she would choose to do with her life after this. Obviously, she's very skilled, so maybe the government or the police will try to recruit her to like kind of help them with computer stuff having to do with the League of Villains. So maybe we will see her again, except, you know, I mean, this is how real life hackers are kind of recruited sometimes, so you never know. Uh, Good cooldown episode. As far as cooldown episodes go, is very good. The performance was interesting. It actually felt like, oh, you know, I felt kind of nice, like the characters did. Not sure what they're gonna do with the last two episodes. It's gonna have to start something else. Basically, it's just gonna be a tease for next season. I feel like, because they don't have time to do much more.